Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video. This time, this is Blue Mage spells for patch 5.45 and where to find them. This is a comprehensive guide of just where to go to actually get your spells added exclusively in patch 5.45. I've done two other videos on Blue Mage spells. If you want to go watch that one instead with the older spells, please feel free to check out the description of this video. So first of all, number 81 in our Blue Mage entry is Triple Trident. Whilst we're doing that one, we're also going to get number 82, which is the next entry, which is Tingle. Both Triple Trident and Tingle can be obtained in Yangsha at X28Y6 from the Abyssu Catfish. The Abyssu Catfish will cast Triple Trident and Tingle. You just have to watch out for them. You can see both casts and basically just come here, see them, and kill the catfish. It's as simple as that. Very, very easy. So, next entry, number 83, Tatami Geishi. This is actually from the second boss of Kagane Castle, Dojin Maru. This move is visible when the mats are thrown around. It's actually cast by the adds at the side and not the boss itself. Once you've seen any of these mats being thrown around, you can then safely kill the boss. If you fail to get the spell, just rerun the dungeon up until the second boss once again. Alright then, let's do entry number 84, known as Cold Fog. This is obtained from the Mist Dragon inside the Burn. This is the final boss, and this actual move is cast when the dragon transitions into that second phase, disappears off screen and dissipates into an actual fog. Basically, the drop rate on this one is pretty bad, and you might be doing this dungeon quite a few times. There's a post-edit sort of reference here. You'll see the reason I'm including this footage here is that we didn't actually kill the heads. For some reason, some people believe, and I don't know if this is to be believed, but the actual AoE in the circle, this orange circle that grows and goes off and actually does damage to you if the heads aren't killed. We deliberately didn't kill the heads in this footage. There was some reference that if we didn't kill the heads and we got hit by the AoE, that we would actually have an increased chance of getting the spell. Whether this is complete nonsense or not, we actually decided to employ it in this run after several runs of not getting it. And surprise, surprise, we did actually get it at the end, and that's not confirmation that you have to stand in that, but it might be confirmation that you might have to see that particular move fully go off. But anyway, regardless of how you get it from this and whichever is accurate and which is false, just make sure that you go in there, and if you're doing it with Blue Mages, make sure that you have plenty of heals and that you have Ethereal Mimicry with a tank and a healer at least, because this really does quite a lot of damage. If you're going the method with one of your friends at level 80 helping you, then you shouldn't have any problems at all, really. It's just going to come down to RNG at the end of the day. Number 85 then in the entry is Stotram. This is from Lakshmi. You can do this on normal mode or extreme, obviously depending on what party you are taking to this. Obviously Emanation, if you're wondering the actual name of the duty. Basically, Stotram is just one of the basic abilities you should see throughout the fight. Just don't nuke it too fast and you should see it, and then you will be absolutely fine. It's a bit of a low drop rate being a trial fight. I do for some reason think they've lowered the drop chance of these spells on trial fights, but remember, if you do a full synchronized run with Blue Mages exclusively, you should get 100% chance to get this, so it shouldn't be that bad. Lakshmi's not that difficult, so you shouldn't have too many difficulties with number 85. Moving to number 86 then, which is Saintly Beam. This is obtained from the Phantom Train, which is Sigmascape 1. You can do this on normal, obviously, or if you really wanted to, you could do it on Savage. Basically, Saintly Beam is just a big sort of light AoE. Once you've seen that go out, nuke the boss and hope for the best. You could try standing in it, I guess, but I don't think that actually increases the chance of you getting it. So, yeah, just witness it and defeat it, which might be easier said than done, depending on your party composition. But just do it on normal. Get it done with Blue Mages. Simple. Next is number 87, which is Feculent Flood, which is frankly disgusting as a name. This is from Tokapchi, which is the final boss of Saint Mosian's Arboretum hard mode. This is actually quite late in the boss fight itself, so push him down quite low in terms of percentage and you should see this. Don't expect this to be cast early in the fight, so just watch your DPS, but yeah, it's on the latter part of the actual fight rather than at the start, if you're wondering when he's going to cast it. Number 88 then entry is actually Angel's Snack. This is actually a reward for getting level 70 Blue Mage, and you can get this from the totems. The Wallaki totem, you can purchase this basically in Uldar, and yeah, it's just one you can get from a totem. Number 89 then is Chelonian Gate, which is one that you definitely want to get if you plan to do anything solo in the future. This is from Genbu in Hell's Lid, which is the final boss. Chelonian Gate, I will just say, is very, very powerful in terms of what it does. It's another reducing damage spell, so you might want to go and get this. And yeah, you should know what Chelonian Gate is if you've ever done Genbu before, but it's those massive, well, gates. There we go. Number 90 then is The Rose of Destruction. This is from Ivan Coelthist, off of the final boss of the Temple of the Thist. This again is very late into the fight. Don't expect the Rose of Destruction to be cast early on, so lower him in terms of his percentage, and then you should see this. And then good luck once you defeat him. Base Instinct is number 91. You can actually get this from Master Kawil mobs in Upper Lenosha at X8, Y21. If you go over to this area, you should be able to get this from these Master Kawils when they cast that. Just wait a little bit and then defeat them. It should be nice and simple for you to obtain. Number 92 then is Ultra Vibration. This is from the Conga Martos, those weird sort of like seahorse things. You can find these all across the peaks, but in particular X11, Y25 will be a nice selection of them. Just basically wait until they've cast this and then defeat them. It's a very useful spell, this one, for sure. Number 93 then entry is Blaze. This is from Alta Roite in Deltascape 1. Of course, this is better if you take a group of Blue Mages. You'll get a 100% chance if it's synchronized. But if you don't have that luxury, then go and do this unsynced with some friends and hope for the best, basically. Mustard Bomb is next for number 94, and this is from Omega himself from Alphascape V3. This shouldn't be too difficult, although the fight itself is a bit of a pain if you're not used to it, and I would imagine some Blue Mages might have an issue doing normal mode Omega. So, you know, you can do it with Blue Mages and get a 100% chance, or do it with some friends if you're feeling like it might be a bit of a struggle. But yeah, Mustard Bomb is cast quite regularly in that fight, and you should see it within no time at all. Number 95 is Dragon Force. This is quite a nice one. This is just from the achievement of learning 100 spells. So if you've learnt 100 spells, any 100, then you will have access to this spell in particular, Dragon Force, which is very cool. And yeah, it's basically another damage reduction spell by 20%, which is kind of cool, isn't it? Number 96 entry is Ethereal Spark from Salt Duvres in Velox. I don't know how to pronounce that. You can find these up and down the stairs, which is, I mean, an example would be X22, Y22, but up and down the stairs outside Alamigo, you'll find these Salt Duvres, as well as on the coast of the Salt Lake as well itself. Yeah, just wait until it casts Ethereal Spark and you can grab this one, easy peasy. Number 97 then is Hydro Pull, which is from Kelpie, which is the first boss of the drowned city of Scala, one of my favourite bosses. Hydro Pull is where he pulls the party towards him, There's also Hydro Push, but that's not a spell, only Hydro Pull is. Once you've seen him pull, nuke him down. That's as simple as that. Number 98 is Malediction of Water. This is from Tai Tsatsui from Swallow's Compass. This is actually just before the second boss. So these, you remember those ads that ring a bell just before the boss? It's those, basically. Once you see Malediction of Water cast, you can nuke them down. And if you don't get it, just insta-requeue. It's actually quite a simple one to get this one. Number 99 then is Choco Meteor. A lot of people have been going and getting this. You can get this from Cursor Chocobos in the Dravanian Forelands, all across the Dravanian Forelands. And yes, it's Choco Meteor. It's a meme, but it's also quite a powerful spell indeed. Number 100 then is Matra Magic for learning 100 spells from that same achievement. This is one of the other spells you get from that. Matra Magic, very, very, very powerful spell. And yeah, a lot of people are going to have fun with that one. Entry 101 is Peripheral Synthesis. This is actually from Omega inside AlphaScape V3 once again. This is actually from the hands part of this, the peripheral things that move across the screen. Peripheral Synthesis is from those you'll see. You should probably get it on the same run as the other AlphaScape V3 that you're doing, but best of luck on that. Entry 102 is Both Ends, which is from Khitan Dasheng, which is the final boss of Swallow's Compass. This one is cast quite often throughout the fight. You should see this cast, and then once you've seen it once, you should be able to kill the boss, and good luck with that. You know, you might actually get it on the first try, unlike the rest of us. Number 103 then is Phantom Flurry, which is from Suzaku in, of course, Hell's Kier. You can do this on normal mode or extreme mode, depending on what you plan to do. Obviously, normal mode with a synced group of blue mages is probably the best bet to do. Yeah, Phantom Flurry is basically the kick in the second phase, if you remember. So after the DDR minigame, you have the in and out mechanics, the pushback and the suck in, and then you have the Phantom Flurry attack and then the knockback, which you don't want to stand in. Let's put it that way. And finally, number 104 as an entry is Night Bloom, which is from Tsukiyomi in Castrum Fluminis. Night Bloom is basically the transition ability she uses, so there's no reason not to hold back. Just nuke her down if you possibly can. Of course, if you do this on normal mode with blue mages synced, you have a 100% chance of getting it. But yeah, if you've got some friends, this might take a while. We tried to do it with just the four of us, and yeah, it was pretty painful, to be perfectly honest. But there we go. That's all of the new entries of Blue Mage abilities. Hopefully that was helpful. Of course, people have made various text guides, one of which is a spreadsheet that I will link in the description of this video if you prefer that, just as a quick guide. But thank you kindly for watching. Let me know what you think about this. If you have any other solutions of where to get some of these spells yourself, because of course there is probably multiple different locations, including fates and such, and special levy quests and stuff, let me know below, and I'll see you all next time.